Welcome to the Chat Circus podcast, a podcast for lost individuals. If you're lusting for debauchery, I'm your clown, Nano, and this is the Chat Circus. Ooh, all right, feels good to be back in the booth. So last night I recorded an episode with Junior, and this morning, sorry about that, that's my son being loud, eating in the fucking bathroom. Noah, shut up. So last night I recorded an episode with Junior. This morning I edited and published this episode. It is now available. It's called the Bedroom Bully. All right, let me stop this música. There we go, much better. So I'm gonna call someone and I'll introduce you to them shortly. They are currently in Cartagena, so let me get them on the phone and we'll get this episode started.
Oh,
yeah, can you hear me?
yeah. What'd you call me on?
FaceTime audio.
Always FaceTime audio.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I don't know what number it's on.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How do I sound?
You sound a little distorted, but it's not too bad.
Okay. You same thing with Junior last night, but that's only on your end. So as long as you sound good over here, that's all that matters.
Is it windy coming in or not?
No. Are you outside?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the balcony smoking a cigar.
All right. So currently, all right. Let's get this wrapped up. You want me to introduce you as my brother or someone else?
Yeah, you give me your brother. That's what I am.
For the audience, we are speaking to my blood brother. We came out the same womb. Now, you are currently in Cartagena, correct?
Cartagena, yeah. The Latino, bro. Put that in that bitch.
All right, so let's rewind it. You were in Ecuador about a week ago, yeah?
2-3 days ago, yeah.
All right, talk to me about that real quick. So obviously I know, let me just put a disclaimer out there. You and I, we know each other, obviously. So if I ask you something that's obvious to you, like this guy already knows this, why he's asking, it's not for me, it's for the audience.
Yeah, I got it. Are you sure it's not windy sitting on this balcony? I don't want it to come in windy.
Well, if you want to be sure, put that shit out and go inside. But I hear you fine.
All right.
Okay, so what made you decide to go to Ecuador? What was the main reason?
Ecuador was for me to go to the Galapagos Islands so I could go see animals, the blue-footed boobies. That's not no blue waffle vagina. That's a bird that's only in the Galapagos. They got the only iguana in the world that it eats algae underwater, so it dies for its food. They got the sea lions and the sea turtles. I went scuba diving with a hammerhead shark. So it's mostly, real vacation shit.
So you went out there to the Galapagos. That's dope. Okay, now, sir, this is the Chat Circus. We like to talk about the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Prior to your trip, I sent you a link. Before I sent you the link, did you have anything else planned? Did you hit up any chicas on your own?
For Ecuador?
Yes.
Nah, Ecuador, like I said, was mostly a real vacation. I was going there for an actual vacation. I didn't have much plans for the Galapagos. But I did have plans was in Ecuador. I stayed for 3 days. I say Ecuador, but Galapagos is in Ecuador. But I stayed in the city Guayaquil in Ecuador. And I stayed there for 3 days. I was supposed to meet up with a chick. And then it just became a hassle, so I deaded that shit. You had hooked me up with some guy on Telegram who I guess he takes people around. So I had hit him up. And he took me to a few spots.
Oh, shit.
When I was in Guayaquil.
So what kind of spots did he take you to?
The first one, it's called like 18th Street or something, Calle 18, something like that.
Okay.
And it's in the hood. and I don't know how to describe it, honestly. You pull up, there's like it's a gate, it's a metal gate with security and like turnstiles, as if you're going into a amusement park. Those big metal turnstiles.
Yeah.
So you go up, you show your ID to the security guard. They let you in. You go through not the metal gate, the turnstile.
Okay.
And then it's a street. You walk out into a street. It's like a square, and on your left, and straight ahead of you, maybe half a football field. There's another building on the back wall, and then it comes around like the letter U. So it's a square.
Okay.
And all those buildings are rooms. So the girls are just out in the street, or they're standing near those buildings because they have like little bars.
Okay. Nice.
And you can walk around. The girls are out there basically naked in lingerie. You go up to them and you say, "Yo, let's go to a room." And the prices range from like $12 to $16 for like they don't watch the clock. So if they say it's like 30 minutes, it's 15 minutes. They say 15 minutes, it can go up to 30. They don't clock watch. If it does go up to an hour, he said they do double it. So if it's 15, it'll be 30.
Hold on one second. Let's slow it down. So this guy, I sent you. I spoke about this last night because I did an episode last night with Junior, and then this morning I edited and published it. I don't know if you noticed, but I put out.
I'm on vacation.
Got you. All right, no problem. I put our episode out today, this morning, and now we're doing one right now. So
yeah.
I spoke about this. I have found a link that has a whole bunch of links, and it has different countries. One of the countries is Ecuador. So you're saying that you click that link, you went in the chat room on Telegram, because that's all these groups are on Telegram. And this guy, he showed you around. Now I'm sure he didn't do it for free. Did he charge you much?
It's $40.
Okay, that's nothing. Okay. And this area that you said you're in is Guayaquil.
That's the city. That's not the area I was in, but that's the main city. Like New York City got the 5 boroughs with different little neighborhoods.
Right.
I was in Guayaquil, and I don't know what the neighborhood exactly was that he took me to.
Okay, all right. And you're telling me when you went to this place, it ranges from $12 to $15 US.
Yeah, they use the US dollar in Ecuador.
Okay, now we had a conversation, and you told me specifically, you said, I don't think you would like it here as far as the girls. Why was that?
Well, over there, it's kind of like the same thing I had with El Salvador. My brother didn't give you guys a backstory, but I travel a lot more than him, and I do this shit where I can. So in El Salvador and in Ecuador, the girls tend to be a little bit more. You seen the movie Apocalypto? That's what they look like. Ancient Mayan, ancient Aztec.
Indigenous.
They look in Ecuador, it's not as bad, but Ecuadorians got big titties with no ass.
All right, so
if you're an ass man, which I know you are, you ain't gonna be finding no booty out there.
So, okay, you're right. I didn't give them a backstory about you because I wanted to discuss Ecuador and then where you're currently at right now, Cartagena. Then I was gonna go backwards, like kind of do it in reverse. So let me just give you the rundown real quick, so like that you know. So what I wanted to do was get a little quick info on Ecuador, get an update on what you're doing right now in Cartagena. Then I was gonna backtrack it, talk about El Salvador, and then if you have, I know you said I know you went to Australia. If you want to talk about that, we could do that. If you want to mention any other areas, we could do that. But then I also wanted to get into what you do out here in New York.
Okay.
So we don't have to do like a whole 30 minutes each area.
No, we could. I'm chilling. We could take our time.
Okay, so back to Ecuador. So you're saying these women look indigenous. Now, you sent me a picture. That bitch was bad.
She was Venezuelan.
She was Venezuelan, but you can't find Venezuelans out there.
Yeah, you can find Venezuelans and Colombians out there.
Okay, did he take you to any other places?
So he took me to that spot, 18th Street. There's one video on YouTube about it. If you can find it, and maybe if you could describe the situation better than I could. After that, he
Well,
took me to
okay, go ahead.
he took me to a house. It's I guess you could say like a brothel. I went in there. The girls came out. It was 4 girls,
Yeah.
and then I chose that one bad bitch you saw at the Venezuelan joint.
Was she the baddest
So
one, or there like everyone
to
was
me,
good?
she was the baddest one.
Okay.
She fat ass, nice titties, pretty
No,
face.
she looked proper, very proper.
The other girls look good too, but nice dark skin, not super dark, but the other girls were lighter, which I take everything.
How
So
much did she charge?
so at the house, the price is more, and it's 30, 40, 60. So 30 for like a quickie, 40 for half an hour, 60 for the hour.
This is sick. This is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit. Uh huh.
when we got there, I took a little break because I had just finished busting my nut at 18th Street. Took a little rest, and then I took her up for an hour.
Okay.
So I got 2 nuts out of her, or she got 2 nuts out of me, I should say.
There you go. Now, how's the food, my boy? How's the food?
The food is alright. I didn't really eat in the local spots, but I stayed in a nice area, so I was just eating the restaurant. I stayed in like a high rise, and there was a slew of restaurants right downstairs, so I was just eating there.
All right. So this is for the fellas, the audience. It's what you're telling us is it's in Ecuador if they happen to want to go down to Ecuador for whatever reason.
Yeah, and but we went to 3 spots as well after the brothel, after the house.
Okay, talk to me.
We went to basically kind of like a strip club. These are also sort of brothels, but not really. They're more like clubs or strip clubs. You go in, they make you buy a beer. It's like $4. And I didn't go into all of them. There's like 5 on one street. The one I went to was the biggest. So you go in.
Uh huh.
It's a big place, and in the middle is a stage for dancing, and then the left hand side and the right hand side, not close to each other. There's room for tables. There's like a little ledge that the girls stand on, and behind the girls is their room. So you just walk up to the girl and you walk into the room with her. That's
Really?
it. Yeah, to me it's a little weird because it's like you're on Front Street. Like everybody's watching. They're not watching you, but anybody could just see you walk into the room and walk right out when you're done. And I saw it happen. A guy walked into the room. I think like 2 minutes later, after he finished, I don't know how long he took, but 2 minutes later, another dude walked right in. I said, "Yo, that's kind of crazy." Shorty didn't even get to shower or nothing.
Well, you don't know how long he took. Let's say he was in there for 10 minutes. Maybe he finished in 5, and the other 5 she did a whole bath. You know what a whole bath is, right?
Yeah, but in those rooms, there's no bathrooms.
Oh
They use
fuck.
white. They use wipes. There's no bathrooms. And the guy went in like 2 minutes later. The girl stepped right back onto the ledge. 2 minutes later, she was getting plowed out again. So to me, that's like a little. They take baths with baby wipes.
That sucks dick. That's disgusting, but fuck
They
it.
do have they do have a bathroom for the girls. I asked this guy, and he said there's a bathroom for them to shower in, but sometimes they don't. They just bird bath it up.
Business is booming.
And over there, they have a price for the day. So the club sets the price for the day, and it doesn't fluctuate up or down if business is booming or slow. So if you go in on a Monday, the price of the day is $12. That's how much each girl costs, $12. You might go in on a Saturday with $16.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And these girls are attractive, or
Yeah, you got some good looking girls. You got some, it's mixed. They had a baddie in there. She I liked her. She got closer, she was older, but from far, she looked young. She got onto the stage to dance. She was in there dancing with a butt plug in her asshole. I was like, oof.
fire?
I want to pull it out and put it in my mouth.
Fire. The money, they use. I mean, obviously they take U.S. dollars, but do you have to convert?
They use the U.S. dollar. That's their currency.
Oh, that's their currency. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you for a tip. They try to get a tip out of you when they're done or not.
Nah, not really.
My man said $12. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy in Ecuador. Low-key was hoping I had maybe stayed there instead of flying to Colombia, but Colombia has my heart and my top.
That's how I feel about Sosua. So, okay. So mainly you went out there for the Galapagos. You used the link that I sent you. And I'm saying this, I'm repeating this for the audience, not for you. Because recently I've been getting messages on Instagram from guys asking about the link. And I sent it to you before. Did you ask me for it or I just sent it to you?
Nah, you just sent it to me. Because I also have my own website that I sent to you that I use that has the girls on there.
And how helpful was my link?
It was helpful in the sense of the guy.
The tour guide.
It wasn't, yeah, the tour guide. He showed me around because, like, that house he took me to, it wouldn't be on that web, any link that you sent me. That's like, you need to know about it.
Yeah, that's local knowledge.
Yeah. So you need to know about it to go about it.
But he's on that link. Okay, so what I want to say. You also sent me some video, a YouTube video. What was that? I haven't seen it yet.
That's the YouTube video of the 18th Street, the first place I went to.
Okay, so for the audience, if you're interested in Ecuador and you want to see that video, my brother sent me that link. It's a YouTube video. If you're curious, hit me up on Instagram and I'll send it right to you. It's not a problem. All right. So is that all you have? Go ahead.
Nah, apart from the house, the strip club at 18th Street.
Yeah.
He said these places are in the middle of like gangland war zone. So
did you see any of that?
Nah, we were in and out in the sense of I wasn't really super trying to look for nothing that I wasn't trying to look for, you know?
So it's kind of like Roosevelt, in and out. Do your business and get the fuck out. Now I understand why that gate was there, the turnstile.
Yeah, yep. It's on that because it's legal out there. So on that block they put a precinct, a police precinct, just to have the extra security forces there.
There you go. Now you can go bust a nut and not worry about it because you know the police.
It's still in the shit hood.
Right.
Yeah, it's still in the shit hood, but they're there.
That's fine. That is fine. Well, is that all you have to report on Ecuador?
Yeah, pretty much. Ecuador is I'm not gonna say it's a hidden gem, but
it's there if you want. If you're there, it's there if you happen to be there.
It's a hidden gem. I won't even call it a gem. It's pieces of a gem. I can see it becoming something.
It has potential. So if a guy is going to the Galapagos just to do some travel shit, and then he's like, you know what, I kind of want to bust a nut. It's there. It's available.
Yeah, I mean, even in Galapagos, they got. I didn't go to it. They got it's like a strip club where you can knock the girls down, and I don't know what's up with these Galapagos girls, but so the girls in Galapagos, they don't say they're Ecuadorian. They say I'm from Galapagos.
Oh, okay.
But I was able to meet just a regular girl. She worked at a souvenir shop and under my Airbnb, and I was like, yo, come on up. She came upstairs at night, and I just plowed her out real quick. She left her son watching YouTube in the bedroom while I plowed her out in the living room, and she went about her way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of like Roatan. You know Roatan or no?
Nah.
That is an island right off the coast of Honduras. I don't think those people consider themselves Honduran, or maybe they do. Maybe I'm being ignorant, but I'm just saying that Roatan is an island right next to Honduras, and I think the majority of the people there are Garifuna. Anyway, we're getting besides the point. So Ecuador was good for what it was. It was good.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Now you're in Cartagena. You said it has your heart. I believe you, and I understand because that's how I feel about Sosua. So, how many days have you been in Cartagena so far? 1 or 2?
I landed yesterday, so a day and a half maybe.
And what area are you staying in?
I'm in Boca Grande. I'm right in front of the beach.
What's the beach called?
I don't know. Playa Boca Grande, Playa Hollywood's down the block.
Okay, all right.
Each little section has a different name, so I can't really tell you what this one is, but right down the block from Playa Hollywood, which everybody knows, or just Boca Grande Beach.
So yesterday you land. How long was the line at the customs? Cause
yo, I fucked myself good, bro.
What happened?
That's a story. So I got on the line. The line was gonna be long, bro. Maybe 3 hours. It was at the very end where the entrance is. And I see some Americans that they put them on the fast track lane. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna sell you $50. Let me ride with you. They're like, yeah, hop on. And then some motherfucker behind me was complaining about it. So he goes against the security.
Wow.
So security comes and they're like, oh, you need to go back to where you were. I said, yo, I've been with him the whole time. This is my friend. We're all friends. They're like, nah, you need to go back. I said, where do you want me to go back? Because my flight is somewhere else. They're not in the back anymore. They're like, well, you need to go. I said, well, I'm going to put myself anywhere I want if that's the case. Because I'm here with my friends. I'm trying to get through. So it was a whole issue. So they call like the customs people, patrol. I don't know what they are. They said, listen, hop online wherever she takes you or you're not coming into the country. I said, all right, bet. But it took me I ended up only maybe like 3 lanes behind where I was supposed to be. So it took me about 2.5 hours, I think.
That's disgusting. Yeah, you're a wild boy. I wouldn't try no shit like that, man. You're in another country. I just follow the rules. You're in someone else's house. But I get it. I get it. But me personally, I wouldn't do that. So for the people that haven't been, that's something that they could look forward to. A long ass line. Last time I went with you, it was like 4 hours, right?
It was 4 hours. Yeah.
That's
if you want
disgusting.
to avoid it, man, if you get crutches or you can get a boot for your foot, try to fly with that. Because they'll put you on the fast line.
That's nuts. I don't understand why it's such a long-ass line, a long-ass wait. So, okay, 3 hours go by, and then do you have a driver, or you just pick any driver?
I typically have a driver, but it was his day off, so I just grabbed anybody.
Okay. And you go to your Airbnb. What's the first move you do? As soon as you get to your Airbnb, you check in. What's the moves?
I was waiting on this one chick that I was speaking to. I was supposed to link up with, but she was taking a minute. So I come out here a lot. I've been out here. I think I came out here like at least 7 times last year, maybe.
Okay.
So I've got friends out here. So I hit one of them up, and me and her went to go hang out in the Centro. Went to go grab some food and some drink.
What's the Centro?
The Wall City. That's the main city. The Centro Historical, the Wall City.
That's where the clock tower is. That's where the nightlife is also, yes or no?
Yeah, that's where you find the clubs that were closed down. I don't know what the new clubs are. Everyone knows Dolce Vita and Delirium. I think they've closed. I don't know. But that's where it's all at. The clock tower, the clubs.
So you go out the central. You go to the Central with her, the Wall City, and you go to the restaurant and eat?
Yeah, we go to like a bar, we eat, have some drink.
Regular shit.
Chill. Yeah, she's my homegirl. She speaks English better than I do. She's like I don't know, educated or what, but she's a regular girl. My homegirl.
Does she sell sex, or how the fuck did you meet her?
Nah. I used to mess with a girl out here. I was fucking with for a while, and I met her through her friend.
Okay. All right. And you put your dick in her or no?
Nah.
Okay. So after you hang out,
she likes vagina.
Oh, nice. That's what's up.
Just like I do.
So after you hang out with her, then you get yourself a girl or what?
Yeah, the girl I had already had planned on meeting.
Now, you know Junior, that's our cousin. I'm not gonna talk about him that much this episode. This is your episode, but I just kind of want to tie it in. This guy fell in love with Cartagena, and now you're saying Cartagena has your heart. Can you express why?
Hold on, you got it backwards, all right? I've been out here before June again.
No. Listen. The audience doesn't know any of that. The audience does not know any of that.
That's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm saying it. I was out here before Junior, so I fell in love with this wave first.
Okay, but I'm not comparing. The audience knows Junior. They don't know you. So I'm just saying, I'm tying it in together. All I'm asking you to do is express why does Cartagena have your heart?
Well, like you said, you'll get into the backstory about it later. I used to go to Sosua a lot, heavy. I think during COVID, I was in 2020, I was out there like 5 or 6 times in Sosua. Now, when it comes to Sosua and Cartagena, I don't really know about Medellin. I haven't spent time out there. But one of the things is the girls out here are more presentable. And Sosua, the girls have become raggedy. I don't know if you've noticed the difference, but I noticed it. The girls go out there. They don't have the hair done. They have it in that. What's that thing called when they get it done?
A tubie? A tubie?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? When they have it.
They have it wrapped up. A tubie, yeah.
So they go out there with that up. Yeah, they have it wrapped up. They go out in some leggings. They don't look good. They look like they just getting grabbed up because they got fat asses, big titties, whatever the case. They're not. To me, they don't dress up and aren't presentable.
Is that the main reason? Or?
Cartagena, you go out, these girls are dressed up. They look like ladies. They look like women. You go to the beach, they're in swimwear. They're not out there with their hair wrapped up. And the girls out here, it's not transactional in the sense of you go to Sosua, by the time you close that door, that girl, she's butt naked on the bed, spread eagle, waiting to get plowed out, saying, yo, put it in.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you finish, she's out that door, knocking on the next door, saying, hey, fucky.
Right.
You come to Cartagena, you relax. The girls, you paying for an hour, but they kicking it with you for a few hours. That's if you want them to. If not, you kick them out. So it's more laid back.
So you prefer the service in Cartagena over Sosua?
Yeah, it's like I'm going to sit at a restaurant instead of going through the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Got you. That's the only reason why Cartagena has your heart, or is there more to it? The country, anything else?
Yeah, mostly that. The girls are beautiful in both. It's been a while since I've been to DR, but I should go back. I don't know. It's just I like it out here.
I do agree about the service, but for me, I like to sport fuck because for me, all this shit is an illusion. It's a lie. It's not real. The action is real. You are fucking, but these bitches don't like us. They're there for our money.
Trust me. I know this
So,
for a fact. I'm not some people who fall in love. But the reason you don't experience what I experienced is because when we did come out here, you didn't get to do the stuff that I do. And the reason that we did it is we went during a torrential downstorm of nonstop rain. We didn't even leave the house.
So what is it that you do?
I go to the beach. I go walk around. I go to the Central and walk around. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do out here. I go to the restaurant. You didn't get to experience none of that because, when we came, it was raining every day.
Okay. They say the same thing about Sosua. There's more to the Dominican Republic than Sosua. But the thing is, when I go out there, I'm not going for the Dominican Republic. I'm going for Sosua.
That's a whole fact. The first time I went to DR, I spent 2 weeks out there. I started in Punta Cana. I drove to Santo Domingo. Then I was in Santiago. So Santiago, to me, was way better than Sosua.
That's what a lot of people say, that the prettiest girls are in Santiago.
Yeah, I love Santiago.
All right, so you're not really into sport fucking. You want a calm, laid back service.
I'm into both. I sport fuck out here. I'll rotate girls out here. But when they're here, it doesn't feel transactional. And Sosua, it just feels transactional. Like, I know it's a transaction, but don't make it feel transactional. It's like when you go to the strip club and the girls come up to you asking for a dance. It's like, yo, a man likes to be, we like the illusion of, oh, this is not just it. Treat me like a king a little bit. Rub my belly, say I'm a fat king, and then I'll give you the dance. Don't come up to me and say, hey, $20 for a dance. Are we going or are we not?
Right, that's true. So, what's today? Today's Wednesday, and
yeah.
You're there till what? Saturday?
Yeah, I come back Saturday.
Okay, so between today and let's just say Friday, what's the plans?
Typically, when I come out here, I don't make plans. So one of the girls that I've been kicking it with for a while, I met her she was working. We become friends. Where now I'll fuck her. I don't even pay her, but she's got girls that work for her. So if I don't find nothing I like when I walk the beach or I walk the Central, I'll hit her up and she'll send me the girls. And her rates for her girls are typically cheaper than girls at the clock tower or the club. And they still look good as hell.
Okay.
Like, I'm about to pay $60 for an hour with this girl. She does anal. She does all of that. I might have her come with a friend, do a threesome, $60 each.
All right, so that sounds like a nice, decent plan. Now, let's rewind it back now. Now we're going to start backtracking. The last trip you went to El Salvador, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I've never been, and they say El Salvador is up and coming. That's where our mother is from. Put us on to El Salvador. What do you remember?
Oh, don't forget. That's where we from now too, baby. We citizens.
Yeah. So we have
So
dual citizenship. Yep.
El Salvador, I went because for a while I was trying to do my dual citizenship, and now with this president out there, Bukele, God bless him, he's the man. I went to go see the country because it's changed a lot. I can't tell you how much it's changed because I've only been once, but from the news and other people that have spoken to our own family, they say Salvador's changed a lot. So I went out there. It's cheap as well. Their currency is also the U.S. dollar. And I went for maybe 11 days. The first few days I was by myself, and I was seeing the other side of the country, San Miguel, which is further from the capital, San Salvador. It's not. That's where that's where our mom's from. There's not a lot to do out there, from what I could say, other than sightseeing.
It's the countryside.
Yeah, it's the countryside. I couldn't really find the girls out there. If I did, I probably really had to gone into the hood.
Right.
And it's legal out there too, but in certain parts.
Okay.
Kind of like the red light district.
Mm-hmm.
So when I made it to San Salvador with my friend, that's where me and him, we went out there looking for the chicks. And it's for that part, it was more or less the same as Ecuador in the sense of you go to, it's sort of like a strip club. One of them wasn't a strip club. It was like a bar, but the upstairs had rooms. And you go there and you see the girls and you take them up for the rooms. And the price, I think, it varies from the place because some of these places are hole in the walls. One of them I went to, they didn't even have a roof. It was raining and the water was coming right in. Wow. And the girls there were probably $15 for half an hour. And then the nicer end one, we went to, it's called the Rolex Club. The girls there were, I think, 30 to 60 for an hour. I don't really recall. I have the receipt.
They gave you a receipt?
Yeah, you get a receipt with the girl's name on it and how long you had her for and the price.
What the fuck for?
Because it's a business. They got to keep paperwork.
That's wild.
So say the girl's name is Nicole, right on that receipt, it'll say Nicole, 30 minutes.
Okay, so for a first timer, let's say somebody who's never been, let's say one of the audience members, I don't know him, he doesn't know me, he doesn't know anybody, but he's like, okay, I'm listening, I want to go somewhere new. I'm tired of Sosua, I'm tired of Cartagena, I'm tired of Brazil and Thailand, and I want to go somewhere in South America, Central America. And he picks El Salvador. What should he do? Like, where should he? How does one go about finding these places?
I found everything on Twitter. I don't know what it is. The Salvadorians and Twitter and they over there promoting the strip club. You could find girls promoting themselves on Twitter.
Right.
And I don't even know how I came across all of them on Twitter, but I just followed one. I knew about one from my cousin. It's called Lips, I think, but I think it got closed down. I'm not sure. So I found their Twitter, and you know how Twitter, it'll like suggest people after you follow them. You might like this page.
What cousin was this?
He lives in Atlanta. So so after I followed Lips, it said, "Oh, we recommend you follow these," and it was. So the best one we went to was the Rolex Club. And then there was another one called Kiss Fresh. So Twitter just pointed me in the right direction.
Okay, yeah. I remember when you went, you started sending me Twitter pages. But prior to you leaving out there, I sent you a few locations. Did you visit any of those or no?
Nah.
So I got to remove those off my list then, because who knows if they even exist.
Yeah, potentially.
They probably closed down.
I don't think so. Because another thing we did is when I did get to the Rolex Club, no, it was closed on a Monday. So we went to another place, and that place was trash. So we just asked the bouncers,
what do you mean trash? When you say trash, what do you mean?
Like, yo, one of the girls looked like she was strung out on heroin. There was a guy, it was like 1 p.m., passed out in the corner, drunk, looked like he pissed himself.
Fuck.
It looked more like a crack den than it did a fun house.
It was run down.
Yeah, so we just asked the host, the security, whatever. We're like, yo, what are some of these other places? And they pointed us in the direction of some other clubs.
That's funny. I'm on a Telegram group for El Salvador, but I think I got one of those that group from one of the Twitter accounts. Are you in the same group or no?
Yeah, I sent you that. Yep, that's like the main one. That page also posts the clubs. They don't have all the clubs, but they post like the big ones.
Forgive me, I was distracted a bit, but did you mention prices or no or not?
Yeah, it's more or less like Ecuador. You get 30 to 60 for an hour, and some of these rundown places cheaper.
Now, what about a
It's
high
not
end
that
place like Rolex?
maybe like yeah, like the Rolex. I think it was like $60 for an hour.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was distracted. Okay. So would you recommend people go to El Salvador if they want to switch it up and go somewhere new?
Yeah, so Ecuador and El Salvador, I like in the sense of like me, I have stamina when I fuck. So when you pay for an hour, you get your full hour. It's not like Colombia or DR where you say I want 30 minutes or an hour and you bust your nut in 2 minutes and now they leaving. If you bust your nut and you could keep going, you still have that hour.
Gotcha. All right, so that's El Salvador. It's out there, and the area is what, San Salvador?
San Salvador is the main area, yeah.
Okay, and it's like a red light district. It's a bunch of strip clubs and shit like that, bars, restaurants.
It's in a neighborhood. It's not like on the same block. It's just a certain neighborhood that has them. And you just go around that neighborhood and you'll find them.
Now, let me ask you. This is nightlife. This is a question about nightlife only. It doesn't matter if it's whores or not. But is there a strip like with bars and restaurants and shit or no? Or you don't know?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I didn't
You,
really
you didn't find
do
it.
that.
Yeah, gotcha.
Nah, I found the girl.
You were there for, yeah, I get it. And all right, was there Venezuelans there or them bitches was Salvadorian?
The girls I found were Salvadorian. Oh, here's something I didn't mention about Ecuador, which in El Salvador is the same thing. In 18th Street and then the strip clubs, as well as El Salvador strip clubs,
Yeah.
the girls, since it's legal, have to be tested every 2 weeks.
So what are you saying here, sir? They could go raw?
They don't. I tried to get head raw and they didn't want to. I offered bread. But you're more or less a little, in the back of your mind, you could think, all right, these girls are tested. I'm safer. Because they have to be tested every 2 weeks or they can't work.
Fire. Okay, so where were you before that? No more Colombia. Let's put Colombia to the backside. Any other countries? I know Australia.
Before Colombia?
No, prior to El Salvador. Any other countries?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I was in Colombia many a times before El Salvador. I did a cruise, but I went with a girl, so I wasn't fucking no chicks other than her. Australia. I was in Australia. Australia is a big scam for that. It's legal in Australia too.
When you say scam, what do you mean?
Oh my God! I've never went to a legal brothel, being from New York City. So I went to the brothel just to experience it. Like, let me see what a legal brothel is like. I get there. It's kind of cool. They have like a curtain on the stoop. That way you can hide after you ring the doorbell. That way no one sees you waiting.
Okay.
So I go in and the madam comes out. She's like, I explained to her I've never done this in the sense of a brothel. She's like, all right, I'll explain it to you. You go into this room. I sit in the room. She's like, normally the girls would come out here, but we've only got 2 girls and one is working. I said, okay. So then the one girl did come and she's an American. I was like, I'm not fucking you. You're an American. But I did tell her, like, yo, I had to ask questions. So she sits down and she breaks it down to me. She's like, it's 300 Canadian dollars, which is maybe like 400 US dollars for an hour. And I'm like, so what does that entail? She's like, just regular sex. So I was like, what is regular sex here? Because regular sex to you and regular sex to me might mean different things. I was like, I like spanking. She's like, yeah, you could spank. I said, I like to choke. She's like, no, you can't choke. She's like, you get mainly 2 positions. You get doggy style, missionary. You can't really do much else. I was like, can I pull your hair? She's like, no. I was like, you pay more for extra shit. It's like $50 for each extra shit you want to do.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not like you got to pay and then you got to pay extra to fucking pull hair and choke them. I'm not talking about choke them out, but, give them a little choke around the neck.
All right. So you wouldn't recommend Australia only if you really, really want to bust that nut.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I did take that. I did go to one brothel in Australia, different one, and it had Asian women, and Asian women in brothels are my favorite, man. Listen, I'm a nasty boy, okay?
Oh.
So this Asian girl, she threw my legs up, had my nuts laying on my stomach, and she ate my ass, and it was fantastic. Price wise, it was the same thing, 300 Canadian. Actually, no, it was a little bit cheaper.
Oh my God.
A
Okay.
little bit cheaper, but I was able to do anything I wanted. There was no restriction. Yeah, but I'm not super big into Asians. I took what I could.
All right. Speaking of Asians, you you frequent some Asian spots out here in the city, no?
So, sort of, kind of, yeah.
So I know there's Colombians and other bitches, but we're talking about Asians, and then we'll get into the other ones.
Yeah. What happened was I used to like work out with a personal trainer, and they recommend I go get a massage. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go get a massage. So I looked up a massage place that was down the block from where I used to live with you. And I get a massage, and she tells me turn over, and the next thing you know, she's playing with my cock, and I said, what the fuck?
Okay. She just jerked you off, or she say what?
No, she sucked me off and we fucked. It was everything. It was a surprise because I wasn't expecting it.
She was Asian.
Yeah.
And how much was everything? The massage and the full service?
I think like 120.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think 120, I want to say.
Okay, so that kind of opened up the door to the happy ending spots.
Man,
yeah, go ahead.
That opened it bad. That shit opened it bad. I went down a rabbit hole with that motherfucker.
Talk to me about it. Go ahead, get into it.
Dude, after that, I started, because the chick wasn't that good looking. But like I said, I wasn't planning on fucking her. She surprised me.
Right.
But after that, I went down a rabbit hole of looking for better massage parlors.
Okay. So now you upgraded. Now you don't do Asians. Now you do the Colombian spots, right?
Well, it took a while to get there to the. From looking online, I was finding most an Asian spot. And what happened one time, I go to one of the Asian spots, and I see a Spanish girl. So I'm like, yo, I want her. And then I was like, yo, this is cool. I don't know how I found it, but I found this website that it posts where the massage parlors are. And it's not Rub Maps. Rub Maps is like a big one. It's a different website. It posts the massage parlors in your area. And it's not only massage parlors. It shows houses, like brothels and apartments where these girls are at.
Illegal shit.
You got independent workers on there. And they got different pages. They got pages for reviews of each of these places. And then the places themselves, they post like the daily lineup of the girls. You
still have these links, or it's all on Twitter?
No, I have that link. They post on Twitter, but I find a lot of the times their Twitters get banned.
Right. So I'm asking because when they hear this, when the audience hears this, they're gonna come after me. They're gonna be like, "Yo, can we get that link?" So.
Yeah, I mean, I could text you the link. I don't know if you want me to say it out loud.
No. Don't say it out loud. Just send it to me when you get a chance. And I'm gonna give this episode probably. We're on Wednesday. I'll probably start editing this episode Saturday and Sunday. It'll probably be done by Sunday. And I'll probably publish it next week, like Friday or something. Just to give today's episode some time to build up. So what I'm saying is, if you can send it to me before next Friday, that would be perfect. That way, when it's published and they start listening and they start asking me, yo, can we get that link? I have it on deck.
I got you beat. I sent it to you already.
All right, that's perfect. So that's how you got into the Spanish girls out here in the city, New York.
So from that website, I looked at them, and it shows there's like different ones. You got Northeast, and then it shows New York, and then it'll show the Tri-City, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, the Tri-State. And I clicked them. I found some. And then one of them, they were just showing nothing but fucking Latin women, and that's my kryptonite. and I just started going to find these Latin women. I was going to these places.
Now, how much do they normally charge?
No, they want bread, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Talk
So
to me.
you can go to the Asians. So there's one Asian massage parlor I go to that every now and again they'll have a Spanish girl, but it's not all the time, and it'll be hit or miss. Sometimes they don't look good, sometimes they do.
Right.
And it'll be like 200 for an hour or 200 for the nut. Now I like it too, because say I do bust quick, I put them to work. I make them massage me.
Absolutely. So.
And then I found another spot.
Go ahead.
Where they charge bread. They charge $300 for the hour.
Now, where you go, I'm just asking about the specific place that you go. I know you normally go to. You got a number one spot that you go to, right?
Now I do, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just asking about this place. Is it a professional setting or is it in a private house, an apartment? How's the setup?
Nah, it's an apartment building in
Don't say where it is. Okay.
No, they'll never find it. It's crazy.
So when you go and you pay for the hour, whether it's $200-300, you just laying down on like a massage table, or is there a bench? Like how?
Nah, no. This place that I'm going to now, it's a legit apartment. It's like you go into an apartment building and then you go into the apartment, and the apartment is 2 floors. I've never seen anything like this.
Like a duplex.
It's like a duplex. Yeah, it's like a duplex apartment. I think they got maybe like 5-6 bedrooms.
Okay.
And you go into the thing and it's got a room. Sometimes they'll have its own bathroom, or you go into the hallway bathroom.
You get your massage, you get your fuck on, and then when you're ready, you get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, with this one, I don't get my massage because if I'm getting an hour, I'm fucking the whole hour. They get you 2-3 nuts out of it. It's not like one and done.
Oh, so they let you get multiple nuts within the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I like paying a little more, because in case I bust quick, I get to keep going. The girls suck you off raw, off rip. You don't even got to ask for it.
Oh, sounds like Junior would like this place. So in 2023, I was going to Roosevelt a lot with Junior, and it doesn't sound like what you're talking about. Where I was going, it was a strip, maybe 10, 15 blocks. Today is narrowed down to 1 block, which makes me nervous because that means the police are watching. That's what that means to me. So earlier this year, before Trump took office, I went to that 1 block with my boy Swag, and we did our thing. And the 2 times that I went, I had only Ecuadorian girls, which is different now because back then I was getting Dominicans, I was getting Venezuelans, and I was getting Colombians. Now the Ecuadorians got it. I don't know how that happened. I don't even see Asian girls anymore. Gotcha. So I'm bringing this up because compared to what you're telling me, it sounds like a big step from Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. So for the audience, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the way you described Roosevelt when I heard it on your episode, it's cheaper, but it just don't appeal to me. The way Junior was saying it, he went into the thing, there was a bed on the floor. It sounded like a crack den. I'm not gonna pay that amount of money for a quick 15 minutes to listen to the guy next to me bust a nut. That sounds crazy. Yeah, no, absolutely. I hear you. You want to get your money's worth. But see, Roosevelt is one of them places you go, you're in and out. You're not there for luxury. You're there to get your nut off and get the fuck out. But for the guys that may get nervous, can't get it up, or they want comfort, it sounds like they should go where you go instead of Roosevelt. So for the audience, if you live in the 5 boroughs or you're visiting New York, I got that link now. And you hit me up in the DM and you already know. That's not only for New York, by the way, that page. It's for other states.
No, I figured that much. That much I figured.
Yeah, that's for other states.
I figured that much. So now you're a whoremonger. Is that what you're saying?
Oh man, I've been one, man, since 2000 and when did I take my first trip? I think 2015, 16. I took my first trip, so I've been doing this for 10 years, man.
I got you beat, but that sounds good. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Hey, but you're older than me.
No, I know. Yeah, listen, I got stories with Nelly and my old best friend. When you were in high school, my boy, I was doing some wild shit. I was out there doing some wild shit with these
Yeah.
guys. But that's all part of the story, you know. It's all part of growing up, and so you don't have a problem paying for it.
You always pay for it, man. If
That's
I take a girl on a date, I spend $80 and she don't suck me off. I could have given $80 to the girl at Roosevelt Field Mall. Because this is the way I explain it to people when people question me. I mean, I guess I'm to me, I'm still young, but I'm not young. I'm 32. But I'm still not really looking for a relationship. I'm just looking to have fun, put my dick in something, and just enjoy life. So when I take a girl out, I'm not trying to take a girl out because I'm not trying to get to know you because I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just trying to fuck. And the fastest way for me to fuck is to pay for it with a working girl instead of doing the whole illusion with a regular girl saying, hey, let's go on a date. 3 days later, I'm still trying to fuck you. Because I'm not trying to fall in love with you.
I agree. That was the response I was looking for. To each his own. I don't judge. I hope nobody judges me. But let me ask you something about the chat circus. Have you been listening to the show since the beginning or what?
Oh, yeah. OG chat circus, all of that.
So for the audience members, would you recommend a show like this for guys? Like, okay, so I spoke about this last night with Junior. And I was like, look, I spoke about the guys messaging me on Instagram asking for those links. And like, I have no problem sharing this. I even did an episode called Spreading the Gospel. You got guys out there that are being taken advantage of by women. You got guys out there going through divorce, alimony, child support. You got guys down on their luck. You got guys that can't even talk to a girl. So would you recommend a show like this to them that gives them a guide on how to fucking do this type of shit and bring up their spirits?
Yes and no.
Go ahead.
And the no part is it's not even just the show; it's the social media aspect of it. I got friends who can't travel because of the daylight that's being brought to the shit that we do. So that's my gripe with it. Like I got friends that I would like for them to come out. Like even if they don't fuck on nothing, they just can't. Their wives won't let them. Their girlfriends won't let them, and they'll say, "Oh, I see on social media, TikTok, Instagram, they posting these big booty bitches for $20 in DR in Colombia. You can't go."
You're right. There's like a stigma. Yep.
Yeah, it is. That's my biggest gripe with it. It's like it blocks people from that actually just want to have a vacation that they can't go. Like my friend a different friend was supposed to join us in El Salvador, or he was supposed to go with me to El Salvador next month. And his wife, she changed her mind. She's like, "Nah, you can't go. You ain't going out there fucking nothing." And it's like, yo, we're not even doing that.
I hear you and I agree. But what these women, well, first of all, let me just say this. If you're in a relationship, if you're married, you shouldn't be trying to be doing this type of shit. That's one. But yeah, I get it. If you just want to go somewhere with the boys, fishing trip or whatever the fuck, I get it. This type of shit ruins that for you. It gives you a problem. But I have a conversation with Swag all the time. You don't need to fucking hop on a plane to go get some pussy. You
could get it anywhere.
Exactly. You just said it. You got the link for bitches in the 5 boroughs and other states. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. But it is what it is.
So yeah, I mean, like I enjoy it. It's good for people, especially down on their luck. Motherfuckers that kill themselves because they're going through divorce. Listen, you hit me up, I'll take you to Colombia. You're gonna forget about your ex-wife. It's temporary. Maybe, hopefully, you don't come out here and fall in love and get married and all that shit.
That's the other side to it.
Yeah, but you got to realize it's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
It's not real.
I've been watching clips. Yeah, I've been watching clips of what's that movie? Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not real. So you come out here, bro. I've met a dude in Galapagos. He's from Texas, retired firefighter, divorced. He just retired. He's spending the next 90 days in South America. And he brought a girl from Colombia with him. He said, yeah, I'm kicking her back, and then I'm going to go have fun in Quito. Like, yo, that right there is the dream. That man's an idol to my life.
There you go. I hope you shared him the Chat Circus podcast link, and it sounds like he's having a good time.
Yeah, he's gonna be in South America 90 days. He's in Galapagos. He started in Medellin, Ecuador, Peru, working his way around. Like these are things that men could do and have fun if you're going through situations in life. Listen, there's 80 billion women on this planet. Don't kill yourself over one. Come to Colombia. I'm looking at 20 walk down the street in a G-string.
Facts.
That's why I like it too. It lets guys that need it listen to it and say, you know what? Let me hit up Nano, get information, and then I'll go out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're gonna wrap it up, bro. Is there anything you want to put out there before we end it?
No, that's it. I didn't think of nothing now. I wish Junior could be out here with me. That's it.
Okay. When it comes to Junior, you know his situation, obviously more than the audience. So without putting too much information out, what is your opinion of Junior's situation?
So, I mean, Junior put his situation out there with the past episodes. And
you know what? Hold on. Before you answer, let me just say this. You know what's going on in Junior's life now. Let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about from the start of the Junior saga on the Chat Circus.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Junior saga, I got love for Junior. That's my cousin. And we could have done great things together. What the fuck was the Spider-Man quote that the Green Goblin said to Spider-Man? That's what I think about.
I don't know.
We could have done great things together and Cartagena and DR and all of this.
Yeah.
But then he fell in love with not iPhone Mommy. He fell in love with Tattoo Mommy.
Right.
And he just, because the first 2 times he came out here alone, it was amazing, bro. And he went downhill and we had a blast. I wish he could be out here, man. I think his past episodes is a learning experience for someone who hasn't been out here yet. Take that shit as a learning experience to not do this.
I agree. But I don't think anybody can understand until they go through this shit by themselves. Like until they go through this shit themselves. But you gotta have discipline. You can't let yourself go off the deep end like that. For me personally, my wallet won't allow me to do some shit like that. My wallet, the way my bank account is set up, I can't do that. So I was protected in a way. I was protected.
Yeah,
but it is easy. It is easy to fall in love with the lifestyle, to fall in love with the women. They're there to take care of you, and that's what they do. That I will say about Cartagena. The women there make you fucking believe that you're their fucking guy.
Yeah, yup, they do, and it's nice for what it is. But once it's over, I mean, it's not a relationship in the sense of you my wife, you my girlfriend, this, that, the third. But you could actually have a friendship with some of these girls.
Yeah, like you can have like a sugar daddy situation.
The one girl me and her are cool with. Nah, I don't even send her money. I'll link up, not the one that I was hanging out with, but the girl that has girls working for her. I'll hang out with her and I'll see her girls. She'll send me them and all of that. So you can make friends with some of these working girls, but you got to remember that's what they are. They're working girls. They're not your future wife. This isn't, what's that movie? Pretty
Woman?
Pretty Woman. Yeah, this isn't Pretty Woman.
I think I'm going to name the episode that. This isn't Pretty Woman. All right, brother. Thank you for calling. I'm going to let you get back to it. I got some homework to do with my son.
Yeah, you're delaying me on a threesome, but it's okay. It was worth it.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in. I'm not gonna give you a name. I'll just keep it as Nano's brother, because you know you got a career, and I don't want to fuck your shit up.
Yeah, you call me A. Most people just call me A.
All right, A. Thank you for calling. Just hang on the line. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all, folks. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Nano. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can click the link in this episode's description. This is the Chat Circus.